What a weekend of sport, or what a 12 hours of sport.
Give them a taste of Kiwi. We really showed the world what we got.
Absolutely. We we flopped it out on Saturday afternoon.
We waved it around, didn't we?
Yeah, we did wave it around.
I was out there at the Warriors under a blankie.
Nice.
Yeah, I was out in the elements under a blankie, and
what was the vibe like?
Started off really well. The vibe was really good. A lot of people sort of leaving at the end. I was sitting beside the Mount Smart Joker.
Oh, yeah.
And he said to me at the end, he'd had quite a few beers, but he said to me at the end, this is depressing, but not as depressing as, several years ago when we'd been ending the season and it'd just be me and 3,000 other people. He goes, at least it's depressing with 25,000 people. So he was seeing the positive. He goes, it's much less depressing when I'm not so lonely standing here. He
copped a bit of grief during the week because he put that post out saying that people should be letting fireworks off outside the Panthers hotel room. In jest.
Yeah.
In jest, saying that, let fireworks off, play loud music, and then it got picked up in Australia and all of a sudden...
Well, it turns out Classic Kiwi, it seemed that we were the most upset about that. I think Aussie media came out and said, this is old school, this is South American football stuff, but I think we hated it.
We're always trying to, fold our legs at the front of the class on the mat in front of the teacher and put our hands up and say that we're the best, we're good.
Well, people were terrified of people saying they didn't have a good time in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is what it is.
You love New Zealand? Yeah.
So did they?
What? Nah, of course they didn't.
No, okay, right. Never going to. But what was interesting, I was talking to him and I was like, when does the camera come to you? Because, the camera always comes to him. And he goes, for the playoffs, the NRL take over.
Oh.
So he was not needed for the traditional, pre-game shot of him.
Oh, right.
So does he get a heads up?
He must do.
Hey, Joker, we're coming to you in 10.
Yeah.
Wow.
Get a little earpiece.
But at this point, he was in a sort of corporate area.
Is Shuey Vasashek still around or nah?
Shuey Vasa, yeah, he's there, but they kind of cut him out now. It's quite funny when they go to the coach's box, they crop the thing so it's just the top of his head.
Yeah. Because they used to shoot that at the coach's box from across the other side of the stadium. So you'd always get him in there holding up his shoe and then smashing it back. But now I think they've got those close-ups in the booth, eh?
He never recovered, in my personal view. I never recovered from seeing him do a shoey with a plastic cup in his shoe.
I mean, that is absolute corruption of the worst kind.
Yeah. It was
absolute... That disgusts me more than anything.
Yeah, it was an ankle boot, and he slipped a plastic cup into the ankle boot, so it looked like he was doing a shoey when really he was just drinking out of his cup.
That is low.
Yeah.
How low can you go?
It is so deceitful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so... It just makes you start questioning everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, he came back from that, though. He found out. When he got found out, it was a bit like when Bear Grylls got found out about being chopped in and out of the bush.
Yeah.
With
his KFC.
Yeah. It's a bit similar to that. Really had to do a mea culpa and then just go twice as hard the next time, just by doing two shoes. Just like...
Speaking of twice as hard...
Clip that.
Jerry was in a ski lift, wasn't he, with Bear Grylls in Sweden?
No, Switzerland.
Sorry, of course, Switzerland. And Bear Grylls farted, and apparently it was the worst fart that like anyone had ever experienced. And his wife was going, "Oh, Bear, oh, Bear,
oh, Bear,
Bear,"
and he dragged it again, and he was like, "Sorry, I dragged that in. Sorry." He's awfully posh.
He's sorry, oh, Bear. But apparently it was disgusting. But
you get,
like when you're in your full, exactly. If you're drinking. If 90% of your diet is your own urine, you're going to...
and eating boats.
It's a terrible system. It just goes round and round and round and creates just a horror show. But
it's
also,
like a water feature.
Nothing drags that kind of stuff into a gondola like a ski gear.
Oh, my God. It hides in ski gear, because ski gear is obviously insulated, heavily insulated.
Yeah, that's right.
And it takes, I'd say, a good 15 minutes for it to emanate out of
And if you're Bear Grylls, you might be pumping 3 or 4 of those, high, gamey diet, urine and soaked creations into the suit, and then it all just leaks out at once when you sit down beside Jeremy Wells in a ski gondola.
Hey, it wasn't all despair in the weekend. Obviously, the Warriors and the All Blacks got pummeled, but the Black Ferns pummeled the South African women's team in the quarter-final over in England.
Have we started this podcast yet?
Yeah.
Have we started?
Yeah.
Have we played the theme and stuff?
No, not yet. But I've got
this
started. Before we really get into it.
Okay.
This bit here, it threw me. And I mean, this shows how immature I am. but I couldn't really escape it. Listen to Liz Elder and how she describes the South African women's team at the end of this game.
And it's Lerato Makua for the Springbok women.
Well, twice now, the Springbok women, the women's box as they call them, have hit back through their strengths, as we just
Do they call them
mentioned.
that?
I want to know who calls them that.
I wouldn't call them that. I would choose not.
Certainly wouldn't.
I would choose not to call them that.
Why not just call them the South African women's team or the women's Springboks? Why do you have to call them the women's box? And I did a bit of research. I said, surely that was just a slip of the tongue from Liz Elder. And I went in there. Nope, sure enough, they're known as the women's box. # women's box.
I'm out on this conversation.
Wow.
I feel like I'm going to find myself in hot water.
Yeah, clip this one up and put them on the internet so G Lane can be cancelled again.
Just with
Can
me
we get
highlighting on the shovel.
Can we get G Lane cancelled again?
Surely someone in the comms team, when they said, hey, when you got your whiteboarding, first of all, I don't agree with the whole fact. I think you should have one brand. Like the White Ferns, the Black Ferns, the All Blacks,
It's very
Silver
confusing.
Ferns. It's just
tough, isn't it?
Or you've got All Black Sevens. Just have All Black Men's, All Black Women's, or Black Ferns Men's, Black Fern Women's. Just have one brand.
So you think you should change the name of the All Blacks
Yeah, to Black Ferns.
to the Black Ferns?
Yeah, but just have one brand. And
Well, I mean, it was
it's
the worst.
too confusing.
It was our worst loss in the history of the All Blacks.
Yeah.
So change the name to the Black.
Yeah,
would that
flip
would that be panicking?
just flip it.
It feels desperate.
But
doesn't
okay,
it?
when you're whiteboarding the women's South African rugby team, you're
Yeah.
like, well, the guys are called the Springboks.
Are we sure
Yep.
no one calls them the men's box?
It doesn't have the same ring to it. Though.
It doesn't.
box.
It's slightly
Trigger
contradictory
box,
for
yeah.
sure.
Well, that's what the cricket team should be called, but they're the Proteas. They're like a flower.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then they're whiteboarding, and then they settle on women's box.
Yeah. Do you reckon there's people in this world that just aren't attuned to double entendres? That just go through their life? Like, I'm thinking about the people from, is it Dominion? Brokers. There's something, there's this, is it BD? Anyway, their logo's a dick with balls. And is there no one in that organisation? Because it's got the B and then a D sits on the top, and then they've got another. Yeah, so it's a D, then a B, but with a big D on the top.
Yeah.
And I say, no one in their organisation, like, are we so juvenile that we see this everywhere? Or are some people just so naive they see that kind of stuff nowhere?
It's like the the Magic Eye, that book where you.
Oh, yeah.
That's like cock and balls for me, because I don't know if you recall, Coast Radio Station launched years ago, and they launched their logo, and I just started laughing, and they were like, "What's so funny is there's a fucking massive cock and balls in it." And 6 months later, they had to change it, because when I pointed it out, they were like,
That's what I mean.
Who missed the cock in the bottom
That's what
of
I
it?
mean. I want to know the percentage of people. It'll be interesting to hear from people on I guess this isn't a great sample, the ACC listenership. It's terrible.
No, it's a horrible, horrible sample.
But how many people out there hear women's box and don't go, and that just flies through to the keeper? They don't even notice it.
We had Brokenwood Mysteries on the other night in our house. Don't ask me why the fuck we had Brokenwood Mysteries on, but we did. It was a
Was
Sunday.
my dad round? Because
It was a Sunday evening.
he seems to always have Brokenwood
It was
Mysteries.
a Sunday evening, and every second line that came out of someone's mouth in that show, I looked over at Loz and go, "You can't." Hey? And she's like, "What the fuck?" The same with the Crusaders logo. Do you remember when that came out?
Yeah.
The new one with the. We all thought it was a knob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tip of a knob, and everyone
Yeah.
was like racist.
Yeah.
And they were like, no.
Looks like a knob.
It just looks like a fucking knob.
Yeah.
And once you see these things, you can't unsee them.
But you'd think within in any kind of rugby organisation, you tended to have a certain amount of immaturity going on, at least in the changing rooms.
Absolutely.
So they should at least run it past the guys in the showers and say, "Well, did you see anything here?"
Anything? Anything?
But then again, if I was asked that, if I was working at Coast at the time and it came past me and I noticed that, I'd be like, "That's fine."
I'm not saying
Go-
anything.
saying
That looks
anything.
great. That's a real winner.
You get that out there, print it on everything. Just go for it. Blanket the world. Put it on every billboard. Let's go.
This is the longest start to a podcast ever, live from the Export Beer Garden studio. This is the agenda for Monday, the 15th, I believe, of September.
The Agenda Podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
On today's show, Springboks destroy The All Blacks' Wire season ends in Penrose. Canterbury hang on to the shield in extra time. The Broncos beat the Raiders in what was one of the best games of rugby league I've seen in quite some time. But fellas, let's start with the All Blacks. This is how the game ended up, I suppose.
To the line, they score! Wow. It's a record defeat for the All Blacks.
Holy crap!
Flip the desk, flip everything, flip the desk, flip the coffee table, flip the grandma, flip the microwave, flip the air fryer. The world is over.
Flip the motu! Flip the entire island!
It's a disaster. Call a snap election. The world's over.
Call Maui! Get him out here, and we're going to flip the island. In the end, they just celebrate. I don't think that is Michael Collins. and there's a nude South African. Well, he's just got his Speedos on and nothing else. And fair enough, mate. And the yellow seats are getting empty because the All Black fans have buggered off.
Oh, it's
The
40.
Boomers are beating the traffic.
It's a 33-point lead.
Oh, my goodness.
So you guys took it well?
It's pretty rough.
How rattled was McConey
It
in
was
hindsight?
10-7 at half time. Like, how could you do that? Anyway, a lot of people blaming the fact that we didn't do a predictor dilly.
Oh.
We weren't able to due to a scheduling issue with Morgs last
Morgan's
week.
wasn't here, so a lot of blame being laid on
Yeah.
Morgan.
Well, hang on. So since we weren't able to execute the predicted delay, people are saying that, hey,
It's cursed the All Blacks.
What's the opposite to a fortress?
Okay.
Is it like a welcome mat? Should we change the Cake Tin to the welcome mat? Just come and beat us.
Yeah, what
That's
is the fortress? Is it,
They're never playing another game in Wellington. I was just thinking about this, right? So you got the new Christchurch Stadium, Te Kaha, right?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
So you put a game there.
Yep.
You'll also put a game at Forsyth Park. It's got a roof on it, and you have to put one at Eden Park because you
Yep.
get the 50,000 crowd. They're never going to book another game at the Cake Tin.
No,
Why would you book a game in that horror show of a stadium just to get beaten by this? Like the stadium's putting 10 points on us.
Yeah, well, it's not a rugby ground. It's not a cricket ground.
Yeah.
What is it? Well, this is the issue. It's like it's nothing to anyone.
Yeah.
That ground.
so are we blaming this loss on the stadium?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Okay, right.
Like,
That's-
and I think, I think
no,
that-
there's no other way to look at it.
And I
Getting
just
in
hope,
that
I hope
direction
Razor's
with this
doing that.
conversation.
I hope he's going in, and the upper management of the All Blacks going, it was the stadium, don't worry about it. Nothing to see here. The fact that we don't ever seem to have a plan B, don't worry about that. We'll never get a plan B. You know,
Don't worry about the
in
line
the
out.
first half, it was clear that just this box kicking wasn't working. We'll go again right through the second half. We won't change up the plan at all. No, it was the stadium.
Yep.
And we will not be playing there again.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't look. I mean, you could say a little bit about the wind in the stadium swirling around. It must be difficult to play in there when you've got a wind coming in there. It's like a like a toilet bowl.
Why do the South Africans seem to not have any concerns at all?
They seem to catch everything, didn't they? They caught every single box kick. They would compete and win.
Yeah, but we just kept doing them. We're like, so when we do this, they get the ball back. You know, they get the ball, so let's keep doing it. But the other part of the whole thing for me is that I've forgotten my point. Something I was angry about.
A lot of people blaming Razor's hair.
Yeah, Razor's hair was a problem.
Yep.
Or for just the seaweed on the rocks.
It was just holding on for dear life. It's not quite it's not a comb over yet.
Not great in a swirling wind either.
No.
Yeah.
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 A lot of people blaming that.
So that's fair. I'm blaming the pink boots on the fullback of the South African. I can't think of his name right now, but
He was
he was
they
electric.
The thing I was going to say, we're not very good at lineouts anymore.
Yeah, what
that
happened
is an
there?
issue for us.
That was my point. Yep. It was just a little whinge that I
What
forgot
happened
about.
there? Yeah, anyway, they blew us away in that second half. We didn't.
And scrums. We've got a problem with their scrums.
Yep. Also got a problem with the scrum.
Yeah, and
set pieces.
also breakdown at the breakdown as well.
A
A few issues there as well. But I mean, I'd say the people who will be very happy about this will be Eden Park.
Yeah.
And the people at Eden Park, because the All Blacks will go away for 2 weeks. They'll lick their wounds, and they're going to come out
And destroy the Wallabies.
Yeah, correct, at Eden Park.
Yeah.
And maintain.
But the history of Eden Park has kind of been like that. Let's not look into it too deeply, but we never really played the Wallabies there a lot when they were when they were the best team in the world.
All the South Africans.
Yeah.
Apart from last week.
But that is good for Eden Park, absolutely. But never playing Wellington again.
I don't want to be this guy. Does what happened over the weekend undo what happened the weekend prior?
Well, I got a lot of pushback on my show when I said, the All Blacks, I think they were made to look better at Eden Park than they were.
Yeah.
There were a few key moments that just sort of went our way.
Bodie hit a blinder.
Yeah, I think there was just even that fantastic try right at the start.
Yeah.
from Bodie and
Narawa.
Narawa. where it landed, it meant that he was diving and just went right under the defender. There's a lot of luck there that went our way.
Yeah, Colby Cheese. He got his revenge, though, didn't he? Because he had a bit of a shocker at Eden Park.
Yeah.
Got his revenge in Wellington.
He's got some pace, hasn't he?
Woo. But good to see Leroy Carter. I thought he played Leroy Jenkins. I thought for a debutant, I think he did probably more than Wanago Ioane did in 2 or 3 tests.
He opened the scoring, right?
Yeah, he did. He, which was good for our hunch, actually, because right here, the agenda hunch was Leroy Carter, first try scorer. So we collected a good $1,100, which we'll give away this week on Facebook. So if you're not on our Facebook group, then jump on it, because you got a chance to. We're going to split that 11 ways, $100 each into your TAB account.
You don't feel like Colby Cheese tackles a little bit like a possum jumping out of a tree?
Yeah, he's a bit like that. There's a couple of times where he just he basically just went at it just basically goes out in the starfish.
Yeah, spreads them.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think about this issue? So I was out at the Waz, and then I sort of, into a few threads, I put a blanket, shut the fuck up, I don't want to hear, because I'm going to go home and watch the game, right? And then my dad immediately comes through with a full analysis of the game. And sort of a couple of other friends, and it was just completely blown. And I know I should have just stayed off my phone.
Hey, were you thankful for it in the end, though?
Yeah, I was, actually, because I would have got home and I would have made a little feed, and I sat down, and I'd be like, ooh.
First half, you would have gone, ooh, tight, 10-7.
Yeah.
Are we at the point now where just watching sport delayed is not possible?
I don't think it is.
No, I don't think it is.
We were open about it. We on the rugby commentary, we said, hey, we're going to give you updates on the Waz.
Yeah.
Because we want to know, because we want to watch it. And then with the first time we put a result up, holy shit,
fuck.
people teed off. It was like, just a double screen, man. Like, we can't be. We said block your ears. Block your ears.
I mean, you can just turn your fucking phone off.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world just to not have your phone on for a bit. I mean, I should, Asta just saying I got on my phone and got, I should have just kept my phone off.
Well, I had a similar
But my problem was that I'd called in an evac from Mount Smart.
Yeah.
And so I was having to sort of negotiate the evac from Tracy, pick us up by the McDonald's, there's 4,000 people here, blah, 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 blah. And then
something go ding and go, what a shit team. Ding, All Blacks suck. Ding.
Yeah, the end of the world, fuck this, life's over.
Flip the desk.
Yeah, flip the desk. Because you have to use your phone for multiple things. It's not just sports updates.
I had a similar situation this morning when watching the Manchester Derby. United got pumped 3-0. And I wish someone had text me before going, hey, mate, don't get up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I wish that had... And I watched that on delay. Sorry, that's the moral of that story is I tried to watch sport on delay this morning. And I wish someone had come in and said, hey, this is the score, because there's no point watching it. So I think now, if you're trying to watch sport on delay, I think it's pretty fucking tough.
Surely
it's up to you to put your phone down.
Surely there's an AI filter you can put through all sports updates.
Yeah.
You can put on a time delay for 2 hours. Surely.
What we need to do is be able to split our brains in two, like dolphins. I was listening to this podcast on dolphins, and one they sleep, one half of their brain goes to sleep, and the other one takes over.
Which one's the sex pest side? Because dolphins,
I think both sides are sex pest. Yeah.
Oh, right.
So we need that. So we can one side of our brain watches the Warriors.
Yeah.
And the other side watches the All Blacks, and we get together. We put the brain back together at the end and discuss it. That's what we need to do.
Well, it's about to get even worse because
what's that show on bloody Apple Plus that fucking Severance? Sort of a Severance situation.
And in 2 weeks' time, cricket starts. So we're going to have cricket, rugby league.
No.
We're playing Australia in T20s at the Mount on the 1st, the 3rd, and the 4th at Mount Maunganui.
You guys are partying up in Texas at the same time?
After that. And then, but it's the beige tour, this one. It's the beige day out at the beige oval. So get your beige together for that one. But that's only 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
We're going to have that as well. So we might have to split our brain into 3.
Yep.
Does sports stop?
I hope not. It feels like sometimes it does.
It doesn't about I think it's like July.
I mean, it was good to not, like, as depressing it is when the F1's not on the weekend, it was quite good to have that sort of...
Yeah, because every now and again I fall into the trap of thinking that maybe I could do with a couple of weeks without sport. But
then Max Verstappen decided on to fire up a GT4 car. 50,000 F1 fans turned up for this race that no one ever watches. Like literally 50,000 F1 fans, and they're like, they don't have the facilities for it. Everyone's watching him driving around in a detuned Porsche. So that was just to fill in the gap a little bit. I watched that for couple of hours.
Oh,
I didn't really know what was going on. It was really confusing. It was such low-level coverage, you didn't really know what was going on in it.
Speaking of not knowing what's going on in coverage, I tuned into some South Island New Zealand Rugby League from Forsyth Bar Stadium on Sunday afternoon. Holy shit. Woo! That was a one-camera operation. That was a tough watch. Real tough watch. So the Waz, you were there, Matt. Season is over.
I was worried that I might have cursed it because I had 2 blankies on. I was wondering.
Is it the
the
blanket
old 2
curse?
blankie course.
Is that a curse?
No, I think you might be. It might be searching there. Don't blame yourself. Like,
one blankie on the knees.
Yeah.
I think is supporting your team, but when you put another blankie around your shoulders,
Yeah. I mean, look, I think you have to park that outside of the result of the game and just look personally in just terms of how you feel about yourself.
I was meaning to bring this up with you, G Lane. So you were at the All Blacks at Eden Park and they didn't.
And they won.
And they won.
Mm.
You weren't in Wellington.
No.
And they lost.
Mm.
And you weren't at the Warriors.
And they
lost. So what's the state of the curse?
So do I need to turn up to these fixtures now?
Has the curse flipped?
Yeah,
we
but
actually need you there.
See, it's a much more palatable curse
So
for me.
when I was walking through the crowd at Eden Park, at Mount Smart,
Yeah.
heaps of people coming up and saying they love the Agenda podcast.
That's nice.
Lot of big fans there. But then the next thing was say, fucking G Lane's not here, is he? They're like,
I can't enjoy
I
sport
reckon
anymore.
5 different people said that to me. Fucking G Lane's not here, is he? I was like, no. He's covering the All Blacks. Don't worry.
No.
Don't worry.
I've played AFL for the last 2 weeks, and last week we versed Howick, and there was a similar situation. Steph, bless him, he also asked to make sure that G Lane wasn't there. He didn't want his result being inflicted by what's going on there. Let's take a break, fellas, and we'll come back and chat about probably a slightly more exciting game of NRL. The Broncos took on the Raiders, and it was one hell of a game.
Before we get into the Raiders, the Broncos. Was it Broncos Raiders?
Yep.
No. Let's just thoughts and prayers because it's Monday. Warriors have been knocked out.
Oh,
So
where are they?
somewhere in New Zealand, there is some disgraceful behaviour going on. Some phones have been put into bags. Houses have been rented. Taxis have been pre-booked. Vans have been pre-booked.
Security outside.
Yeah.
Not keeping people out, but keeping people in.
Yep, correct. So Mad Monday. So watch out. Just keep your little eyes out. I've been embroiled in a Mad Monday. I was down at Fox's Ale House years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Stacey Jones years, and I ended up lighting my pubes on fire with Oaten Gutenbiel.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a time, and
What a stunk.
that stunk the whole bar out.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
not good.
Stacey Jones dressed as Biggles.
The fire extinguisher came out, eh?
Yeah,
I mean,
fire
isn't
extinguisher.
it crazy?
downstairs,
Because and the media has a lot to blame for this because jumping on board and trying to shame anyone that's having a good time in a Mad Monday situation,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that whole scandal around Reece Walsh drinking from the toilet was so lame.
Oh,
It's like, it's a joke. No one's ever been in that toilet. But anyway, the point is, it's so crazy that they used to just be out in the open.
Oh,
It's kind of like when you
They're
imagine
weighing
that
in
people used to be
pots.
able to smoke inside. Like, if this had been 20 years ago, all 4 of us would be smoking in here, right?
yeah.
The fact that they used to let, league temes out into just Fox's Ale House to celebrate with the public.
They were all just weighing in the flower pots. Like it was, but there was no social, like, I think it might have been social, but no one used it for nefarious purposes, like dobbing people in. You just join in the fun. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, you're lighting your pubes on fire. Okay.
See, that would be now like the biggest scandal. That would be Tasman scandal.
Oh, yeah, it would. So, yes.
Someone at a Warriors post-season party lit their pubes on fire. They would take about 3 days before they announced that it was actually G Lane and not a member of the team.
I would have taken the fall for them.
Yeah.
I would have said, no, it wasn't. I was me. I was just having a quiet drink there with a colleague on a Monday night. It was like, and they came rolling in after a day of it. But anyway.
What, is it a quiet drink if you light your pubes on fire? I think it's moved past quiet drink at that
Just there
point.
for a quiet drink.
It didn't turn out to be a quiet
You
drink.
go over to your wife, go, do you have a quiet drink? So what's that smell? Oh, I lit my pubes
Yeah,
on
no,
fire.
that's my bush.
That's not. Yeah, that's a burning bush, love. So was it
Quiet drink.
So was it a quiet drink after work, or was it, or did you get absolutely steamed and
It got noisy.
light your cock on fire?
Yeah. Well, thoughts and prayers, because it's Monday, post Warriors being knocked out. Mad Monday, so thoughts and prayers. Hopefully they have a good blowout. But, yes, the game of probably the season.
I mean, listen to this audio, fellas.
Ben Hunt from inside 40. He's celebrating. It hits the post. It goes over. Ben Hunt.
So Canberra thought they'd won that game at least 4 times.
Yeah, it gave me flashbacks to the 2019 Cricket World Cup on behalf of Canberra fans. They had a try disallowed. They had a couple of moments disallowed. They had a pretty sketchy penalty conceded to Reece Walsh, who milked a situation pretty heavily in the last minute.
On the full-time whistle, they were ahead.
Yes.
By 2.
Yeah, Reece Walsh snapped a shot at goal. There was so much that went on in the game, I can't even begin to explain
Reece Walsh with the double bird to the tunnel.
He got sent off after a headbutting situation and then came back on after double birding the crowd and fucking set up a try, scored one himself, and then milked the penalty at the end to get the scores even, and then pretty much set up the convert. It was an insane game. And
Reece Walsh, he's just embracing the kind of anti-hero.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good. It's one of our greatest exports.
I know, like he's a heel. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But absolutely loved if you're a Broncos fan, obviously.
Oh my God, the Raiders will be. You wouldn't know what to do. I know what they're going through because we went through exactly the same thing in 2019, where the fact that a game slipped out of our hands multiple times, and then you just end with being confused.
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened there?
And then you got to be in Canberra.
Yeah, and then you live in Canberra.
It's even worse.
But like, God, the NRL season's punishing. Like, just going right back to the very start when the Warriors lost that game in
Vegas.
And then you just go through all this shit, and then you just get
fucking hell. That feels like about 4 years ago.
It's like a lifetime ago, and then and then it just gets snuffed out by the Panthers at fucking Mount Smart in the pissing rain. It's like
You're right.
It's a snuff movie.
It's like, fuck's sake, for fuck's sake,
all that for this.
Yeah, I'm just tramping out of fucking into Penrose with a bunch of depressed people, trying to get in the worst taxis. Can we go through and just arrest everyone that's bought a sign that says taxi from Temu, puts it on the roof of their fucking car, and then grabs someone and then just sits in traffic for 2 days charging, I don't know, $100 a metre.
As they have a taxi sign on top of their driver's seat side.
Yeah,
that's running from the cigarette lighter.
Yeah, you can
out
see
the window.
You can see the little USB fucking
cord coming out the side.
Can we just arrest all those people and, I don't know, take their tyres off them? I don't know, do something to them, taser them.
I did one thing. I did one thing on behalf of everyone with one of those drivers, those Temu taxi drivers, and that was after
Temu taxi.
The Temu taxi. It was after the David Nika fight in Auckland, and it's at Auckland at the Viaduct Event Centre. At the time, if you've been to Auckland, there's a bridge. There's a bridge there that opens and closes that links event centre to the downtown Auckland.
Yeah.
And it was broken for like a year.
Yeah.
So to get from the event centre to town was actually a punishing long walk.
That's right, yeah.
Or a 4-minute taxi just to go around the block. And we rolled out, and this taxi driver obviously presumes we're all steamed. I'm like, man, I'll give you $100 to get to town. He goes, okay. And we get in, and he drives, shit you not, like a kilometre, stops, and didn't put the meter on anything and just asked for the $100, and I just laughed in his face, threw him $10 and gave him the bird, and he came chasing after us going, we had a deal, and I was like, get fucked.
10 is actually quite generous, to be fair.
Yeah, I know.
It's funny how you're painting yourself as the hero in the story.
Well,
there's another way you could.
The fact that he was expecting $100 for the taxi ride as well.
On another podcast right now, there's a couple of Temu taxi drivers discussing how one guy once jumped in his taxi, promised him $100, and then
Gave
never
him
gave him a tenner and flipped him the bird.
Follow the Temu Taxi podcast, part of the ACC network.
Well, let us know your Temu taxi story, because I'm sure there's a few, because people... A lot of people don't do what I did. I would have given them the $100 and felt like it was some sort of legal obligation to give them the money. It was like, no, it's not.
Well, the traffic around Mount Smart is so bad that when I got picked up because I called on the evac, we're just sitting there, just in traffic, not moving for.
You had the Tracy taxi though. You didn't.
You got the Tracy taxi, but we're just sitting in the Tracy taxi.
Yeah.
And I had a bunch of friends in the back, and they were getting out and visiting toilets and getting back into the car. So those people that are in the Temu taxi with just whatever made up shit on the fucking what do you call it?
And the meter just
the meter.
The meter's not even a meter. It's just a digital screen that just keeps going up.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even associated with kilometres or time.
No, it's fucking Temu taxis. Just get an Uber. Are they people that are such terrible criminals they can't even get on Uber? Is that what it is?
I don't know. Yeah, it must be. The
Why wouldn't you just be an Uber driver?
Well, you can't charge $180.
Yeah, all right.
part of the unless it surges anyway.
I missed this game, fellas, but it was another extra time classic. George Bell scored in the 83rd minute to keep the Shield in Christchurch over the weekend. Did you guys catch that game?
Yeah, I watched the end of it. The poor Tasman Marco. I thought they were going to do it. Let's listen to the last. This is in zombie time, 83rd minute.
And they come around the left side. Canterbury. Ball's on the ground. Tasman. Can they hold on? Canterbury. Can they go that extra inch lateral? There it is. The Toronto Storm. Unbelievable finish. The emotion.
Wow.
Yeah. So
classic Canterbury, eh?
Classic Canterbury, but it doesn't stop for Canterbury because they're going to have to defend it against Taranaki now. So that's going to be interesting. They've got one game, I think, and then they've got Taranaki the last game. So they potentially could go all the way back to Taranaki again for the summer.
Otago this week.
Yeah, Otago bloody good.
They've pumped Otago. But
hang on. I'm going to take you a second on the bloody table, mate.
They are looking good this
Otago did beat Taranaki in the weekend.
Yeah.
Did they?
Targo, good, mate. Don't you go fucking running down Targo.
I just presumed
but have been grown up in Targo, if there's ever a fixture between Targo and Canterbury, I know enough from growing up that it's generally not Targo that come out.
Well, that's good because they've got a couple of tough games then. They've got Targo and then the Naki. But how ironic would it be if it went all the way back to Naki?
Yeah.
The Naki held it for the summer, obviously lost it to the Mooloos, and the Mooloos lost it to South, and South lost it to Canterbury, and then it goes back to Taranaki.
Some of the NPC's got a bit of juice this season, isn't it?
I like it.
You don't have to say it so apologetically. You're allowed to like it.
I know, but
I like it.
No, I like it, but it doesn't get the attention. No one goes to the games. I've been to two
I was
North
just
Harbour
listening to
games.
that audio there. It sounded like there was heaps of people there.
I don't think there was.
Are they pumping that audio in there?
So here's the scenario. So it's Canterbury, Otago this weekend.
Yep.
Targo. Then it's Canterbury, Taranaki, or Otago, North Harbour.
Harbour. Yeah.
If Otago win that,
North Harbour.
then they keep it for the summer. But if North Harbour win, then it's North Harbour versus the Stags in the final game.
The Stags!
The Stags can get it back.
If the Stags could get it back, they've only just rebuilt the centre of Invercargill after the celebrations last time.
There's probably still DNA on it by the time it gets back to the Stags.
Imagine that. The Stags. So what? Sorry, Joe, I failed to listen. So what's the path back to the Stags?
Targa. And then Targa gets beaten by Harbour.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Harbour
play
the Stags last.
In the last game of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be great if Targa could get it and hang on to it, but that would also be great if it went to the Stags again, finished, and have it for the summer.
Well, it'd be interesting to see how many All Blacks are released for next weekend, because you got next weekend off before.
They should bloody release all of them. Start again.
Release the Hounds. Release the Hounds.
Also, apparently, mid Canterbury lost. beat South Canterbury. So fuck South Canterbury.
There you go.
On the run
Yeah,
there you go.
Full fuck South Canterbury. Hey, Mayor, you're an NFL guy.
Yep.
You got your Cowboys hat on there. You're a big LA Rams fan.
Yep.
Have you heard about? There's a new show called Chad Powers on Disney Plus.
I've seen the man. The myth, the mystery.
Yeah.
Who is Chad Powers?
So it's based on the Eli Manning, and he went undercover to a college football tryout. You know, and he put like fake makeup on or whatever. And so they've turned it now into a TV show starring Glenn Powell.
Big fan of Glenn Powell.
Yeah. So he's like this hotshot quarterback in college, has a massive mare, does something horrifically wrong, is out of the game, and then comes back in full disguise as Chad Powers, who's like this talented weirdo. And walks into a struggling South Georgian, into the South Georgian catfish team, and becomes a legend.
Is the reason why you're talking about this, G Lane, because you feel like this might happen to you at some point? You get cancelled so hard that you have to
you come back
create
on
a new broadcasting personality.
Yes.
You're up as the chief News Talk ZB sports guy.
Yeah.
So it looks like G Lane without a moustache.
G Lane just shaves the mo.
So you look like a lot of like that guy.
And a pair of glasses.
No, mate.
No mo and a pair of glasses.
No, mate. I'm Mickey Wilkinson, mate. Mickey Wilkinson. I've been working over in Qatar for Al Jazeera for like the last 15 years. So.
And then there's a slight double entendre around the woman box. and you have a conniption on air, and people go, it's G Lane.
That's it. Oh no, they put like a logo up that's got a hidden cock and balls, and they go, let's really test them. What do you think of our new logo?
We knew it.
Can't
We knew it.
withdraw. Oh, that's funny.
So is this show on Disney? I've seen the posters. I was quite interested.
Yeah, it's launches pretty soon on Disney Plus. But I was thinking about. I mean, I will have to reinvent myself at some stage when I finally get the full cancellation.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna have to do a lot to get fully cancelled.
Yeah, you would. You would.
I don't think saying Ladybox, because I didn't say it. Liz said it.
We're just commenting.
He laughed at it.
But I laughed
Whereas,
at it.
Mash and I didn't laugh.
He just laughed. He's done.
No, I'm laughing at him saying
You
that
just
you
laughed
laughed
as well.
I didn't laugh.
You're laughing now.
I can't believe you laughed at it. Like.
You say it again. You see, you can't even say it.
I congratulate, for the first time, the South African women's team. They haven't made it to the last 8 before the women's box.
Good on the woman's box.
Anyway,
yes, for the listeners' entertainment, we've decided to come up with a new segment on the show. Over the coming week, we're gonna kind of come up with I think my laptop's just connected to your earpods, by the way.
Sporting. So, like, if you want to reincarnate yourself.
Yeah, you do one today and I'll do one tomorrow. So, G Lane, if you were to come up with a alter ego for a sporting, I don't know.
Well, I use the same name as I'd use for my journalist career, and that's Mickey Wilkinson.
Okay, you'll go with Mickey Wilkinson.
I'm going with Mickey Wilkinson.
Okay, and if you could give me a bit of a description of what Mickey Wilkinson might do, that'd be great. What are you doing over there?
I'm just checking my fantasy. Jamar Chase. Oh, my God, he's come through for me. Holy shit.
I'm cutting his mic off.
So I'm going. Okay. So this is because I played a lot of cricket in my day.
Yes.
So I was trying to think how I could reinvent myself and actually be a half decent cricketer, or the cricketer I kind of want to be.
Why don't you start with being a half decent human and then
no.
build up from there?
Sorry, don't mind Matty Heath over there on the couch.
I'm going Mickey Wilkinson. I'm giving myself about maybe 5 inches. I'm going for 6'5". Okay, I want to be a left arm fast bowler. Okay, so I want to be like a Mitchell Stark, but I don't want to look like Mitchell Stark. I want a blonde mullet.
Okay.
I want a thin pencil blonde moustache.
Yeah.
I want pierced ears, but my left ear has like a dream catcher dangling from it, just to confuse people.
I like
I'm
that.
pretty sure Lauren McGoldrick was wearing a dream catcher earring over the weekend. Anyway,
I want to be on the larger side, so I want to be more Boland than Cummins. You know what I mean? Like a broad. And I was thinking who I should play for and where I should come from. Northern Districts, obviously. I'm playing for Northern Districts, but I reside in a former rail carriage in Raglan and grow persimmons.
Shit, yeah.
Okay. Right,
that's where you want to be.
That's the character. That's my Chad Powers.
Wow,
so if I reinvent myself, just a quintessential New Zealand.
Yeah.
Apart from the dream catcher, that's there to confuse people.
So I get that, but do you have and magically you get some ability?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's magic involved in your one.
But
that's a good point.
But I reckon if I was 6'5", and a left armour, I reckon I probably would bowl at a decent pace.
Yeah.
But obviously there has to be magic, because I have to make myself another 5 inches taller.
Yeah.
And 6 inches. So
okay, that's good.
You wore stilts.
Maybe next week, Matty, if you could have a think this week.
Because there's a guy pitching for the bloody Savannah Bananas on stilts.
Yes, there is. Yeah. It's difficult to pitch to a guy on stilts, though, who's batting. Because the strike zone, that means the catcher would have to be on stilts?
No, the catcher still, when he does.
Oh, so
it's hard to come off a long run up on the stilts.
So does the strike zone stay the same on
the
so you're on stilts? You have to basically.
No, he's not batting on stilts.
Oh, okay.
He's pitching on stilts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it feels like if one person's on stilts, everyone should be on stilts.
Yeah. Seems unfair.
I mean, the rules around what the Savannah Bananas are getting up to.
It's pretty loose.
It's pretty loose.
Can you ever think over the next 7 days, Matty, and come back next week on a Monday with your sporting alter ego? That'd be great. I'll have a think and present one later in the week. Joe Jura, you can have a think as well, mate.
Can we run
Can it be any sport?
Any sport.
Shit, yeah.
Can we run it through some sort of AI filter or something and create
that's a good idea.
Like actually create it properly?
So people can
see.
Yeah.
I'm thinking hard.
Okay, well,
people can see you, G Lane, is a 6'5"
blonde mullet,
blondie with a bit of a motor.
Yep, a bit of a motor, dreamcatcher earring, diamond stud in the other.
Growing some persimmons.
Living in a former. Can you remember the silver fern? It's called the Northerner now. The train.
Oh, yeah.
They retired all the silver fern carriages and people bought them and lived in them. That's what I kind of want to.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
And in Raglan, off the top, on a hill in Raglan.
So in this fantasy, you don't have a wife or kids anymore?
No.
You're just living in
who fantasises about having a wife and a kid?
a lot of people.
Do they? Fucking hell.
Let's take a break and come back with some yours, pleases.
Yours, please. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Rightio, give us a message. Oh, sorry, let me restart that again. Give us a voice note via the iHeartradio app. There's a microphone button there. Jesus, you would have thought after the 45 times I've said in the past, I'll be able to get back to that. I'm too busy looking at silver fern train carriages and how much they cost and if I could buy one. Anyway, you know the drill. You click that microphone button on your iHeartradio app, you send us a message and we listen to them and play them back. And if we don't get them to them today, we'll get to them tomorrow. First one, yours please. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. You should see the Torbay and Browns Bay community Facebook pages today, boys. Yep, not hearing the end of this for a while.
Yeah, you're not alone, my friend. You're not alone. Like I've got my DMs lit up with South African acquaintances. Now I call them. I don't call them friends anymore. Just attacking me, and I've just replied to all of them. # stay humble. Yeah. Stay humble. I'm talking to you, Tammy and Liam, and I took my son to play golf yesterday afternoon, and I was like, fuck, I hope I don't run into any South Africans. Ran straight into Tammy and Liam at the golf club. I was like, fucking hell. So we're just going to have to stomach that.
Well, if you're going to live in the northern beaches of South Africa, then you're going to...
It's hard to avoid. It is hard to avoid.
You know, you've basically moved to Joburg, so...
But I'm glad that I behaved in a humble way after we won. Like, I didn't go out...
Did you? I've never seen you behave in a humble way about anything.
Yeah, true, actually. I was dangerously steamwell in commentary. I was yelling, F you, Browns Bay, F you, East Coast Bays, F you, Silverdale.
I think it was sucker dick.
Okay.
South Africa.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Right. So, yeah.
Oh, but I mean, I guess for your standards, I suppose that's all right.
That's actually reasonably restrained for you.
Yeah, that's
# stay humble. I'm ready to take it. I can take it. I can give it. I can take it.
Next one, yours, please.
G'day, lads. Look, as gutting as that result is, we just got to bounce back. All right? This is called arms. Mm-hmm. Let's fill the tin. All right? Everybody, get out there, grab your old fridges, your broken car batteries, your soiled mattresses, and your sheets of asbestos, because we're just going to throw all that fucking shit in there and be done with the place.
Fill it up.
Honestly, right now, this just should be a permanent landfill.
That's a great idea. Turn the thing into a refuse transfer centre.
Fill up the tin.
Fill the tin.
Fill the tin. That's a great idea.
Fill the tin with everything you've got. Just go there.
He's a great idea. Fridges. What do you do with the fridge?
You just dump it in the bloody cake tin.
Yeah.
Fill the tin.
But kind of treat it like Chernobyl. Just fill it in.
That is a great idea. Just a massive steaming pit down in Wellington across the concourse.
It'll slip into the harbour at some stage, won't it?
Just if you fill it up with enough fridges. Fridges are friggin' heavy.
Oh,
if
yeah.
Enough fridges, it'll just slump into the harbour and we can pretend they never... Who builds a stadium in Wellington and doesn't put a roof on it? I mean, that stadium's new-ish, relatively new. What, 25 years old? Yeah. That's crazy that they didn't put a roof on it at the time.
Yeah, but it's not too late. That's not... You can kind of...
Well, they keep cricket at the basin. Oh, no, everyone's litigated this. Make a rugby stadium with a roof on it. Crazy. Yeah. Fill it in.
Square. Make it square.
Make it just a basic thing. Make it a rectangle.
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to be Aussie.
Fill it in.
I wasn't around when conversations were going on about building the stadium. But what was
People
the thought
were happy
process?
and proud with that stadium when it first went up.
Was it because it looked like an Australian stadium and it would work in Aussie?
No, Aussies have cricket grounds and rugby grounds.
Apparently, there were some designs that had it just a rugby ground and with a roof on it, but they were like the council was like it has to be multi-purpose.
Oh.
Because you had the whole athletic park thing, didn't you?
Yeah.
And
this could be the greatest long con of all time. But do you know who designed and commissioned the architecture of the Sky Stadium?
No.
Who?
A South African.
Oh my God, you motherfuckers!
They did.
They sneaky motherfuckers.
They waited 20 years
to pounce. They did. Fill it in. Fill in the tin.
Fill the tin.
Fill the tin.
Next one. Yours, please.
Hey, why the fuck aren't you on Sky anymore? The Australian commentators suck titties. We don't want missionary. We want doggy.
There you go. That's no doubt for the Warriors game. Working on it next year.
Suck titties.
Stay tuned. I'll send that piece of audio to Sky. That should convince them.
Next one.
They suck titties.
Hey there, fellas. 17-year-old Wound here. Matt Heath, have you looked at the regions? Sterling's in South Otago, mate, not Southland.
Is that right?
Jesus. Go back to your corporate box and talk to old Baldy. Anyways, love you.
Oh, fucking hell. I'm so glad that for the first time in some time that I'm getting some relief around my
geographical. Where is Stirling?
Stirling's near Balclutha.
Balclutha is in...
It's basically right up the Catlins, right? It's actually in the middle of nowhere. All it's got is the Stirling cheese factory. That's about it.
And
is it still there, the cheese factory?
And my I think the house we lived in was the only house, and then you sort of just...
And they had to burn it down because of the nuts.
Yeah, there was nuts everywhere. I bought them in from Dunedin. And then you went to this shit school where everyone hated me.
The Metro nuts.
Because I had a cool bloody Oakland Raiders hoodie.
Oh, nice.
That I'd never seen the likes of down there in Stirling.
Shit, they would be like, are you from a foreign land?
Hadn't been washed in 3 years.
Did they call you Nip Man or anything? A Nip boy?
Nuts.
Nits. Is that your nickname? Nits?
Nuts Heath.
It's so simple, so effective. Nits Heath.
Yeah, I think he's right though.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
But I think my argument that I'm quite.
I found it.
Quite sort of.
You're deep south.
I mean, you can't like be nickel and diming me and calling me an Auckland wanker in a corporate box.
Did he say it was in Targo? Or did he say it was
He said it was South Otago.
It's South Otago, but I mean, all I really said was it's 5k from Balclutha, and I got pretty excited when I'd go to Balclutha because I thought it was the big city.
Big smoke.
The big smoke.
And is Balclutha in Southland?
Okay, population 300 people. I think that's gone up since I was there. You're right. He's right, actually.
Oh, so there's Balclutha.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, he's right, actually.
Right on the Clutha.
All right.
There.
Okay, next one.
We were coming up with numbers.
Guys, it's me again. Hey, listen, I've done some quick calculations about how many dog turds we can fit inside the stadium. The bowl area is 48,000 metres squared. The roofed area is 12,000 metres squared. And then the stadium stands at 26 metres tall. That gives us a total cubic volume of 1.56 million cubic metres. A dog turd being typically 0.0005 metres cubed, gives us the ability to put in 312 million dog turds into that shit pit.
Yeah.
Can we please action this somehow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, are they bagged?
Yeah, they'd have to be bagged.
They have to be bagged?
Yeah. So how many dog turds? 300 million.
So how do we get the dog turds from Takapuna Beach down to Wellington?
We need some sort of
Yeah, so like I didn't know about this initiative when I walked my dog Colin this
Yeah.
morning. He did 2 decent loads.
Yeah, mine
so I've
did a
just
big
put them
load.
in a rubbish bin. So if I'd known about this,
That's a fucking waste.
do we need to? So you have a drop-off point in all the major centres, and
Yeah.
then they get trucked in,
Yep.
Yeah.
and
It's the
then
only way.
What about a pneumatic tube that just goes down the country?
Oh,
And
yeah.
just shoots it into the middle
Yeah.
of the cake tin.
Yeah.
Just
wait, like, where is the bloody leadership in this country where they get this kind of stuff sorted?
You're
Where
right. And
We
people
fill the cake tin with turds.
and people will be way more likely to pick up their dog's turds if they were able to chuck them in the cake tin, I think.
Yeah,
I mean,
it wouldn't affect numbers. You know, you could fill that with dog turds, and people would be just as happy to go. You know, a reasonably good experience until it's completely full. So it could stay operational for a while. If
Yeah.
you could fill up whole stands with dog turds before you do the field and
Yeah.
keep it going for a while.
yeah.
Then no one would know.
Do you have to limit it to dog turds?
Cat turds? No one's picking them up though. Human turds.
Yeah.
Could we reroute the entire Wellington? Don't they have a problem with shit pipes in
Yeah,
Wellington?
sewage is a problem there.
Could we not reroute the fucking sewage into there?
What else could we put in there? What else is hard to get rid of at the moment? What we can't get rid of? Plastics, soft plastics.
Yeah, soft plastics. Killing
could-
turtles.
Kill turtles?
No,
Is
sorry.
there turtles in there?
No. The soft plastics is
You
what's
could put
killing
the
the turtles.
you could put the Inter-Island ferry in there because they're decommissioning that.
That is
Just
a
have to- just-
shit heap.
Just have that in there.
Yeah, just have everything. Just everything that you hate, put it in there. Like everyone you hate and everything you hate, put in there.
East Coast Base. Last one.
G'day team, Andrew from Napes here.
What's up, Andy?
Absolutely throbbing at the idea of balls deep. I'm not even close to retirement, but I just can't be fucked anymore. I do have one query from a medical perspective. Will there be a deep vein thrombosis expert on hand? Because he's going to be clots aplenty.
I think
So balls deep, just to reiterate, is the
Retirement village.
No, we're calling it a cult. Let's not call it a retirement village because
the sports cult.
It's a sports cult, and once you're in, you don't leave.
Yeah,
you
just forgot about that.
It's sort of the Gloria Vale of sports. So we're all in there, and we have a bunch of chalets around the outside, and we have a marae in the centre that's just got sports. It's basically like Shapiro Sports Bar in the middle, and then all we do all day is just get up and then walk down and watch sport all day. Then go back to bed. We will need medical staff.
I think it's down to recruitment, Matt Heath. I think it's. Yeah. I mean, when you have a cult, you've got to get a finance guy. You've got to get, the leader, obviously, and then you start to get into the backroom staff. You've got to get like a potential lawyer, someone medically professional. Yeah, that's how you build. So
each one of those, like the doctor there for the deep vein thrombosis situation, that person is part of the cult as well, so they're mainly just watching sport, but if anyone comes down with a clot,
correct,
they'll reluctantly get off their lazy boy and come and have a look.
Do you need like a treasurer and that type of thing?
Yeah, you need a whole the whole backroom staff's quite important. So
you want it around like a rural cricket club, don't you?
Yeah.
You
probably have so no one like there's walls around it and no one leaves.
Yeah.
So stuff comes in.
Well, I mean, there's a stadium down in Wellington that perhaps could be a.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I was hoping for a slightly more clement
weather,
but I guess we're going to be inside mainly.
Maybe Northland.
Yeah.
I'm thinking up in Northland somewhere.
But
Dave Islands.
As Stuart was saying to me, like if there's ever an apocalypse, you'd want to go to a stadium and set up like a zombie apocalypse. Yeah. You set up your stand there because you've got some grass area in the middle to do your staff, and you've got all the corporate boxes to live in and such.
That's not a bad idea.
So maybe we could.
Well, maybe it is part of the zombie apocalypse plan. The stadium, just retire it and say, look, if there's a zombie apocalypse, we're just going to keep it there just in case.
So are we signing up, taking deposits for Balls Deep?
Yeah, I think maybe expressions of interest at this stage.
Yeah. So it's a sports cult.
How many members do you think we got? 69 seems about right.
Yeah, between that and I reckon 100 max.
No, 6.
No, you got to hang your boots
You've
up.
been very clear about this.
Just all cults are destroyed when the leader just starts having sex with everyone's missus.
Banging everyone, yeah.
Well, you're the leader, mate, so you just...
Oh, okay, maybe we're maybe if I'm up... See, this is the problem. You make me leader, and immediately I start thinking actually having sex with everyone's missus doesn't sound like so bad. That's the problem. See, that's the problem. Immediately, I'm the leader of this cult, and I'm looking at it already. That seems like a decent option. Maybe I'll look at changing the constitution.
You full Bert potted it.
Yeah, it just happens, doesn't it?
You've lost our trust so quickly there. Jeez.
We'll keep working on that because we need to get a start. Maybe we'll start a website and just get expressions of interest.
Yeah. Balls Deep.
Hey, tomorrow I'm keen to get stuck into this as a tease for tomorrow's podcast. As I've been sent the untold maths behind the $1 pretzels and $5 beers that are happening more and more over in the NFL, where they're cutting concessions prices in half over in the States, and the economics behind it. So that's tomorrow's potty.
You beauty.
Oh, I like that. That's good. Hey, I saw this rundown of the price of beers at different baseball stadiums around the whole country. Can I say that the Dodgers was quite reasonable?
Really?
Compared to some of the others. Still horrifically expensive.
$25 for a beer? Or?
Well, when you transfer it to Kiwi dollars, it's horrific.
Oh, God, Las Vegas, watch the Warriors. Oh, my God, I nearly had an aneurysm every time I bought a beer.
I did a round at SoFi Stadium watching the Rams a couple of years ago, and now you just do not want to do the calculation back to your own.
No.
I mean, it's like drinking gold dust.
Anyway,
we'll
see you
that's
tomorrow.
Good.
Thanks for coming in.
Love you.
All right, love you.
Okay, bye.
All right, you seem busy.
All right.
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda podcast, brought to you by Export Ultra. For more episodes, like and follow on iHeartradio or wherever you get your podcasts.